do see now Aqua taking the ball past and proving exactly why he might be that player.
Okay.
Took on 2, beat 2, and sets up Taroko for the score.
Aqua just doing everything here. Outplays 1, crushes the 50-50 with the last man, and Taroko.
That 1-goal lead looking pretty fancy at the moment. Minute and a half left, but mispositioned. A demo attempted by Rettles. And Cole was talking about it earlier on, how they're just so active all the time. That's exactly why.
And Daniel getting a nice little flick over the top of Aqua there. That could be something we see 3v3. But looking at their 2v2 record in the previous round, they went 2-0 in that matchup out of the 5 games they played. Oh dear, Aqua out of position and completely unable to recover. To block Daniel's shot, that puts SSG up 2-1.
Yeah, Aqua had the argument with the post, and as always, the post always wins. Just, it didn't even move.
That was something we didn't really see from them in their opening match of the day. They were clinical. They're going to be clinical here, surely, as the demo comes through. Daniel opening up the door for Arsenal, who snuck through before Taroko could close it.
Yeah, bang. As always, it is off-the-ball plays that are working so significantly. Trying to find an opportunity for himself. Daniel, oh my, that is an insane angle to get that shot from.
Even with a player like Daniel, it's tough to be ready for something like this. Taroko is up, but gets dusted, and he couldn't afford to wait.
For us. By the way, I opened up our secondary stream, and the first thing I saw was the words Flitz Wow in all caps. So good to see that he's still carrying that form over in that lower bracket match. If you do want to go and check that out, be sure to just head over. It's pretty much copy and paste the current URL that we have, add a B at the end, and you can go and see the lower bracket between all mid and...
Certainly. I think we will see, well, of course, we'll see 1v1 regardless, but I think Rogue have got to pick the 2v2, just like all mid did against SSG. You need to get one on the board. You've got to keep the pressure on. Just, you know, throwing a curveball at them by picking 1v1. What's the point? You don't get any mind game victories there. Nobody. We're expecting it to be Daniel and Rettles, as they are also winners from the previous round when 2v2 is played.
Yes, Arsenal has now completed 10 whole minutes of his tournament today, and he's
Imagine that 10 minutes.
So maybe expect a couple of awkward plays as well from the side of Rogue. They will understand that. That bump is always on the way as... Johnny, I feel like I've seen what you've seen, but I don't want to confirm it. Yeah.
Oh no, Gyro, he turned on ball cam.
A play certainly was. If you are new, by the way, to a Rocket League and want to know if a play was a misplay or a good play, just listen to Johnny. He will definitely inform you.
Yeah, I got to enjoy that one once in live, then of course in the in-game replay, then I look over at the stream to watch it again, and a third time it's great. But when it comes to getting the ball past both Rettles and Daniel in the midfield, quite difficult to do that because they're not leaving gaps. And Daniel finds one. 3-1. SSG running away with the series.
Just nobody there. Nobody ready for it. A bit of miscommunication, low boost, either way. Yeah, it was Jerry. It's just not worked. The players on the goal line have been far too slippery, as that is going to potentially shut down this game. SSG, far too good when they see even a slight look at the goal.
Clinical. They have been clinical. Rettles even clinical on his own net in this series.
And just could not get them to come off. And the other one is just creating chances from nothing as Daniel... He knows he's got another 5 minutes ahead of him in the ones. Might as well shove some flair before you head over.
What is this shot from Daniel? He just flipped upside down and scored.
Inch something, but instead underneath it. Just like Rogue are underneath a lot of pressure. Daniel, one more, why not? Aqua's the only one back, wiped out by one. If you want an explanation as to how you expect to see Space Station play, this is what you show somebody. Brutal by Space Station.
And now they've
the brink in his ones matchup, but it was also one's matchup that didn't look like he was fully serious for at times. Now you get to see what Daniel is capable of.
Daniel wins the boost race. Aqua only able to grab a small pad 12. Enough to defend against Daniel, who mind games him and goes up in.
Daniel's got all of the control to start us off. He's taking his time. He's making Aqua think. And unfortunately, Daniel just thinks far too far ahead.
Making it difficult for him. Calls the bluff on the fake challenge. Pops it over the top of Aqua. And even if Daniel overhits this into the bar, session off a strong kickoff. To maybe even go up by 3. Flip reset for Daniel. And the chip into the ball, into the net will do it. And Rogue's upper bracket run is crumbling before our eyes.
Yeah, it's a hat trick of different styles as goal as well for Daniel. He's beat him in the play off the kickoff. He's
making something happen here, but Daniel still
all right.
Turn it around.
Quadruple.
Yeah, 4 goals.
I can beat you defending as well.
even if Aqua manages to get into a possession play, manages to make it to midfield back and forth, you still have to get the ball past Daniel, who's one of the best goals. If you asked him to guess, I think he'd get it within 10 that entire time. He's just been managing where this game is going to be played, and he slots one of the safest shots that you're going to see all day.
This is the K-Dop special, if there ever was one. Just set up. All right, you're nowhere near me. This is all good. I can send this wherever I want to. For those of you aspiring, flinging himself around.
Full control.
Oh my goodness, exactly Daniel! That was so cheeky.
He just doesn't give Aqua a 50-50. All Aqua wants here is a 50-50, but Daniel sneaks in, and he doesn't even flip into the ball, just chips it past him. And at this
safe. But with the way Daniel's playing, I think the majority of this tournament needs to be happy that this will be the last time he gets to play today. And he might cool down a little bit between now and tomorrow, because this form of Daniel, you're not touching it.
Yeah, this is insane. I mean, the biggest competitive comeback I've ever seen in 1v1 was the 7 goal.
Away that sort of lead as well, so hey.
Oh, here we go. It all starts with the kickoff goal. Aqua's managed it, so first step. And the problem for Aqua, and the reason I really don't think a comeback is going to happen right now, is that Daniel is crushing the kickoffs. Daniel has been so mechanically on point with his kickoffs today. We saw 1 goal there for Aqua, but it's so hard.
It's like the idea that Aqua, you don't see players double up all that often. It's usually they consider it a bit too obvious. Daniel, I mean, what do you say? That was horrible.
He's absolutely brutalizing Aqua at the moment as he just rolls the ball underneath him. Aqua expecting a high pop there. He thinks Daniel's going to chip it.
He hyped him up to be, if not, then some.
Not a bad play there from Aqua. Daniel not getting it back for it. Well played from Aqua. He tried to go for a fake underneath Daniel, who reacted to it, but reversed right back into position. And it's rare that you see any kind of reversing in Rocket League lead to a great practice for him. He'll have to play 1v1 later on in the tournament, I imagine, as it does not end here for them. This is just the upper bracket semi-final. You go down.
He's already got to play again today.
Yeah, you need to win the next round. They'll be in the lower bracket round 2 after this, and if they lose that, they are out. So they'll have to play for the LAN qualification off diversity. And against a player like Daniel, you need to have so many kickoffs at your disposal if you're going to throw him off, which Aqua wasn't able to do. I think maybe just throwing in a couple of half flips on the diagonal, maybe just even a fake kickoff, the one that we saw, which didn't work. The fact that it didn't work doesn't mean it's a bad idea. He has to keep mixing it up.
T-Crow or Alpha Cap. How did I manage to forget Alpha Cap? He was something else. And we saw him earlier on, as Daniel's also been so. So those are 2 difficult matchups. I feel like one of those, I'd put him as a bit more of a favorite than the other. But either way, you've got to get something rolling for yourself.
Matchup there, you'd probably rather play Sonics. I think Rogue would fancy their chances in every single game mode in that matchup, whereas Little Set Bros, that's a bit more tricky. Alpha Cap, I think clearly the better 1v1 player, so it's hard to beat. We saw Razebull do it though. He's not unbeatable. He's not on the Daniel level, but we'll have to wait and see as that match is still says Cam there. And interestingly enough, they played a 1v1 in game 2 there, and the finishing score was 3 goals to 2.